go. Boom. Let me just grab the link. Live here. Perfect. Go in here. Boom. There we go. Let me just make sure this is all good. Boom. Hello, hello, hello. How is everyone? Hope everyone's doing well. Wait for everyone to get in here at another different setup tonight. Hello, Masak. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, Alex. Hello, hello, hello. Hope everyone's doing well. Hello, Leanne. Hello, hello, hello. Let me just move this a bit up. There we go. Hello, Harry. Hello, Jonathan. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, DZ. Hello, hello, hello. Hope everyone's doing well. Hello, Andy. Hello, Clint. How is everyone? Hello, Doug. Hello, DB. Warren. How's everyone doing? For those who are new to the live, then welcome. What we tend to do on the live is have a quick catch up, see how everyone is, answer any questions. Then from there, we'll get into the charts, mark up some nice levels, come up with a plan. And if you've got any questions throughout, then don't hesitate to let me know. If you want any more information on trading, strategy I use, what I'm doing at the charts, the private group, anything like that, then just drop me a message, drop me a comment on here, and I'll happily go into detail on it. Hello, Jordan. Hello, Steph. Hello, Graham. Hello, Katie. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, Tinson. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, John Joe. Hello, hello, hello. Yeah, Tin, unfortunately, didn't get the strongest reaction, but it's all good, you know. Kane, so I am in this buy position just now. Obviously, I did have a buy position on before that I was looking for. That I've sort of layered into the trade, so hoping for a move up from here, so we'll have to see what goes on. Obviously, every level isn't going to be respected. The vast majority are. This bear flag, played very, very well. So, you know, most levels will be respected. For example, this level here, this level here, this level here, this level here, that level there, and so on and so forth. But not every level is going to get a perfect reaction. You know, the markets aren't gonna respect us that much. It would be nice if they did, but it doesn't happen. Yes, KT, and then I don't know how long I'm going to be back in the UK now. Something major did happen in Dubai yesterday night, which has been interesting to say the least. So pretty weird situation. I should have been back in Dubai by now, but you know, it is what it is. There's people in far worse situations, so can't complain. But yeah. Ash, if you want to, then go for it. Like, if it fits your system and you think it fits your risk tolerance, then by all means. Yeah, 100%, Alex. And to be fair, with the trades that we've had recently, I mean, we've had one trade hit like 1 to 20, another trade hit 1 to 20, one trade hit 1 to 30, one hit 1 to 50, and this is all over the last 30 days. You know, if you're having a 1 to 50 trade and one trade loses, it is what it is. No system has a 100% win rate. And to be fair, like you don't need 100% win rate. You don't even need that high of a win rate. Yeah, just focus on utilizing your edge over time, and that's how profit's made. Yeah, Harry. No one's mentioned that yet. That's funny. Doesn't mean because level 595 didn't get respected, then it could go anywhere from this point. Slow, yeah, we're still above this trend line. So I did post in the private group that this trend line is kind of like the last line of defense. And to be fair, we are, if we look here, if we zoom out a bit onto the 1 hour, we can see this range here with the volume profile. Like I said on multiple previous lives that I expect us to continue to range in this zone. And so buying in the value area low, selling in the value area high, I mean, that's what I'm looking to do. We're in the value area low, so I'm going to be looking to buy. And yeah. Yes, Alan. Lady H said you were at the football, weren't you, Alan? Yeah, Lady H. Very true. Very true. So yeah, hello NMA. How you doing? How are you? How is everything? But yeah, very, very tired today. Been a busy day, but looking forward to getting into the charts. Few and very few nice levels to mark up, so it should be really, really nice. And yeah, this position, by the way, I kind of just added to this. I was still in this position, so I still had this at break even. So for this buy position, I did just add to this position and move my stop loss up. Something to take note of. VWAP is moving to the upside now on the 1 hour, but we've definitely got some nice levels and everything to mark up on the 30-minute now. So it should be good. Nice, Steve. Nice. Yeah, I've been slowly putting in pictures from the event and from meetings with loads of members, which has been really, really, really cool. I don't think, no other group, from what I've seen, no other group, when you join, you can actually see the person who running the group with so many members. I mean, I've got pictures with hundreds of members now, and I think being able to join a group and see like me with members in whatever environment is really, really cool, and unlike any other group you will find anywhere by a mile. Okay, good NMA. That's good to hear on the recovery. And yeah, NMA, not much time with them yet, but yeah, they're doing good. And unfortunately, I was meant to be right now. My mum and sister were meant to have visited me in Dubai, so those plans kind of went out of the window. But yeah, good time if you're looking to buy Dubai property, by the way. If you're looking to get into property in Dubai, yeah, I think that the index is down like 30% or something like this. So it's, there's opportunities. Red Bull, this is gold, so XAU USD. Price just hanging around it rather than immediate bounce. Sold down to it based on your bear flag info. Oh, nice, John Joe. Really nice. Yeah, that was a very nice sell. I did see quite a lot of members when I was going through the profit screenshot section. Quite a lot of members did utilize this bear flag to catch this sell position, which was really nice. I got a lot of members message me about that as well, which is really, really, really good. And then to those who are in from this level up here as well, I mean, very, very, very nice. So yeah. Yeah, UK Steve, yes, so to be fair, this level here, mainly I limited in when we hit the level, so I was in when we hit the level, and then I layered in. I do this with every single trade, near enough. I limit like 20 to 30% of the position as we hit the level, so I've got a limit order, so then if we do get a quick bounce, I'm still in part of the position, and then that gives me the extra room to play with to either increase stop loss, but still stick with that uniform risk management, which I outline at the start of each week, or it allows me to layer into the trade when we're in drawdown, or add to the trade when we're in a winning trade. So it gives me that flexibility, and I really like that flexibility when I'm entering each trade. But we can go over Fu Manchu. So I'll start on the 5-minute. On the 5-minute, we can see VWAP moving to the upside. This spike down is a bit worrying, but overall VWAP moving to the upside. We can see here VWAP high here, and then getting lower. This low is still lower than that low. This is a bit annoying. I would have liked it to go up further. So VWAP overall moving to the upside. And then momentum on the 1-minute. Oh, I've accidentally switched pairs. Momentum on the 1-minute, sorry. If we move out here, we can see momentum has also come to the upside as well. So I'll just move this over. Momentum has overall come to the upside. We can see we've got a sort of anchor wave there. This wave, by the way, was awful. If you do see excuse me, if you do see Fu Manchu looking like this, where there's a lot of like green and red dots together, it's not very good. It's quite awful, actually. It doesn't happen very often, as you can see. Like if we just look back, it doesn't happen very often, but when it does, it's nightmare price action. But overall, momentum's moving to the upside as well. There we go. Let's move this back. Let's zoom out onto the 6 minutes, sorry. There we go. Zoom out to the 15, actually. I prefer to mark up on the 15 or the 30 minutes, so yeah. Made more from the bear flag, sell than lost on the buy trade. So, nice, Graham. Very, very nice. Why is I outline at the start of each week between like 3 to 7.5 is what I've risked over the past 6 months. Normally 5 is like what I risk per trade, really. But I've kind of got like a tiering system. So depending on how good the position looks, I'll either risk like 3 is very low, but like 4, 5, 6, and 7, depending on how good the position is. This allows me to risk a slight bit more on the positions where I see fit, but the vast majority of positions are around 5k on you funded, that is. Hello, Craig. Hope you're doing well, mate. Yeah, probably Red Bull. Yeah. But yeah, how you doing, Craig? XAU USD Indy. Hello, Chris. Hello. But yeah, let me know how your day's gone, guys. Let me know how you found price action today. I did do this yesterday, but I quite like doing it. Action today. I'm just gonna put a little poll in. There we go. Sort of how was price action today? Alex, hope everyone's. Hello, Julie. Hope you're doing well. Good man. Craig, doing well. Bit of a weird situation with some things that happened last night, but yeah, good. Yeah, Rick, I'm on the 15-minute, mate. Just driving back from Weymouth, so the reception is sketchy. All good, Chris. All good. Hope you have a safe drive. The weather's luckily, since I've been in the UK, the weather's been really good. It's been sunny. It's been nice. But then today, the weather's been absolutely crap as I came from London. I've been in London the past like 2 weeks, and then I've come up to Birmingham now, and so to the left to Birmingham, and so the weather's just got a bit crap today, which is not nice. Haven't seen rain in about a year, so. I don't use ICT, Rick Trades. I don't like it at all, really. I don't use that. Yeah, it's terrible now, Chris. Zoe, I messaged you. You said about the message. You said on the live that to message you, but I couldn't find your Telegram. So I put in the Telegram to message me. That's what that message was. I was going through and I could not find it. Yeah, Craig. Crazy situation. Yeah, that was a weird night, and still unsure as to the extent of the situation. But yeah, interesting. Cool, dude. If it fits your system, I think the best thing to do is if you agree with a trade, if it fits your system, that's what you should do. You shouldn't just willy-nilly enter buy-sell positions. You should have a system that you've back-tested, that you've forward-tested, that you utilize to take trades over time. I'm using my system here where I mark up levels like this level we're at right now, and levels like this here, this exact top here, this position here, which this exact trade was given in the private group, this exact trade here, which was given in the private group, this position here, 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 this one here. This trade was actually given inside the private group as well, ran over 1 to 55 risk to reward, which is absolutely disgustingly insane. Obviously, those trades don't happen all of the time. It's been a very, very, very good 30 to 45 days, like insanely good. Caught some monstrous moves, but that doesn't happen all of the time, but when it does, got to take advantage. Yeah, nice, Rick. Yeah, definitely entering it if everything aligns for your system is definitely the way to go. I'm holding a cell that's running 32 hours. Jesus, Craig. Whereabouts did you get in? That sounds like you got in at this level up here. Where did you get in above 5,200? I appreciate that, Rick Trades. I appreciate that. A bit like, could you really do with a video/demonstration so I can actually see it if Craig's daily pivots points? Mr. Craig, get on a call with me, see the massive trades these guys have. Okay, nice, Louis. Yeah, and that's going to be really good. I've spoke to a few people. Actually, on a few one-to-one calls that I did today, I've done about, I don't know how many I've done. I've done 3 or 4 one-to-one calls today. And on a few of them, Craig, you're going to be happy to hear this, but I went over that indicator because I did get asked a few times about it. But those went really, really, really well. I'm going to send the overview for the calls that I've done today to the people that I had the calls with. And I'm also going to forward the overviews to the private group, because there might be a few things which other people find useful as well. Definitely some common questions there which I've answered, which I think will help a lot of people as well, which is going to be really, really cool. So my daughter says hi, Max. Hello NMA's daughter. Hello. Example, explained it perfectly. It's just taking info through words. Okay, Louis. Yeah, definitely. I see a lot of people. Definitely, a video does help things sink in better. With me, I like videos as well. Text just, I don't know. Text just doesn't really do it justice. Some people though prefer text explanations. Definitely. So it depends on sort of how you learn. Everyone learns differently. Cold Dune, if you want to. Hello, William. Hello. How you doing? But yeah, let me know how your day's been, guys. Let me know what you've got up to at the charts. Let me know if you've entered any trades today. Let me know what type of day it's been for you. Hope it's been a successful day, and we'll get into the charts very shortly and see what's going on. So I'm going to start off on the 30-minute. We are still in this range here. You know, we've sort of been doing very well on this range, which has been really, really nice. Glad I didn't enter in this sort of position here. There was quite a few areas here, but I didn't want to get in any buy positions within this area. I only want to get into buy positions below this blue line here. So we're in the value area low. The value area low is basically where volume starts to diminish a bit, so we can anticipate a reversal, a mean reversal back to the fair value, which is this area in here. And so that's what I'm basically anticipating going forward. And so we can start to mark up some nice positions. This pattern here, by the way, is quite indicative of buyers losing momentum. Normally, this does result in a bigger breakout to the upside, and so that's something to factor in as well. But we'll be able to come up with some, excuse me, come up with some nice levels, definitely. J1, definitely. You definitely, no one wins every trade, not even close. Not even close at all. Trading's about utilizing a small edge over time to make money. Even when you're full-time trading, a lot of people, I think this is a very, very common misconception, huge misconception about trading. A lot of people think that when you reach full-time, you've just unlocked the matrix. You've mastered trading and you can call every position. That isn't it. Every single full-time trader, all they're doing is utilizing their small edge over time to make money. That's it. Trading doesn't look like winning every trade. That's not trading at all. It's utilizing an edge over time to outperform the market, and you can make very, very good money. Very good money with doing that. No, not vodka and orange, just normal orange juice. I wish. That's funny. Is that British cold? I think it might be, William. I'm allergic to this weather. It started raining and I'm like, oh God, what is this weather? Get me out. Get me out. Dan, just wait for my alerts. Check Vimachu and enter. Yeah, I love that. I love that, Craig. That is super nice because it really highlights what trading is. I had a call today, actually, and one of the members, they put so much on their chart and they're trying to catch so many moves. And I think it's best to just have one setup or a few levels on your chart. When price approaches those levels, you look for confirmations that the level will be strong, you enter the trade, and then over time, hopefully those levels and those confirmations will give you the edge you need to make money over time. That's trading. Keeping trading simple. I mean, trading, you know, it is complicated and it can be difficult. Definitely, but definitely don't make it more complicated than it needs to be. 100%. Max, I've been backtesting / forward testing the mighty golden pocket in the 1 minute time frame that you mentioned. You messed around with one time on your girlfriend. It's actually very good. Yeah, Beth, it's amazing. It's almost laughable how strong it can be. It really is quite interesting how strong it can be. Yeah, it's actually pretty crazy. The golden pocket, it normally does get a nice bounce. Like 9 out of 10 times it gets a nice bounce. And so even this level here, like if we zoom in lower time frame, we can see that the exact level did get a small bounce. Like from the exact level, it did get a very small bounce. And like every single Oof, that's not good. Every single level does get some sort of a small bounce. That's fine. Bit of an L on that one, but it's all good. Lost my magic buy and sell coin I use for tossing. I've decided to learn how to trade. That's good, Yusuf. That's good. Yeah, definitely. I don't gamble slow trade. I don't. It's something which you'll definitely over time learn about me is I don't take because trading is like enough risk for me. Like my appetite for risk is very, very, very thin, and so I'm a very risk adverse person in everything I do. And I think that does stem from trading. Like I'm super against risk, and trading is all about reducing risk, and yeah, that is trading. Trading is just reducing risk and conservation of capital. When you go, I've spoke to a few people. I remember one guy. Long story short, he owned a big firm, etc. And the first question they really ask is they want to know about your like max drawdown. They want to know about your max daily drawdown, your max weekly drawdown, your max monthly drawdown. They want to know about the risks. They don't really care as much for the profits. Obviously, as a byproduct of great risk management, you'll see good returns, but they care about minimizing drawdown as much as possible. Risk management first, 100%. Yeah, that drop was pretty nasty. But this does mean we can, let's move this over. This does mean that we can come up with some nicer levels below. Obviously, because we've moved down into this range here, we'd anticipate further downside as well. So whenever we move down into a range, especially having taken out this low, move down into a range, and then move down further. All the market is impulse move, range, impulse move, range, impulse move, range. Sometimes we switch directions and we go impulse move, range, impulse move, range. That's all it is. And what I want to capitalize on is after the impulse move, the range. I want to get in positions to capitalize on that range, hold some positions, and if we do drop further, then great. Hopefully, I'm in a position to capitalize off it. Yeah, nice, Gustus. That's really good. That's really, really good. So yeah, okay. Only placing one trade tomorrow, according to this. Was using hourly before, but as you said on message, not as accurate as course. 100%, Louis. And then one trade a day, definitely. Like you don't need to take loads of trades as well. Across the board, something which I wanted to share with everyone. Something really, really, really cool. And this is trading data across like over 10,000 traders. And basically, majority of traders who blow their accounts or lose like 90% of their equity, they lose it within 1 hour. So what we can basically divulge from that is if you want to reduce the risk, like reduce your risk exponentially, just doing it so once you've had 1-2 losses in a day, you don't trade for the rest of the day. The vast majority of people who end up blowing their accounts blow it within a 1 hour period. Literally no one, and I can't say no one, but basically no one loses their equity slowly over time. It doesn't go, okay, I'm 1% drawdown, now I'm 2% drawdown, now I'm 1% up, now I'm 3% down, now I'm 4% down. Like it doesn't go like that. It doesn't happen like that. And so keeping that in mind, that your risk of basically failing is like very, very low if you just don't, after a loser, you don't trade for the rest of the day. After 2 losers, you don't trade for the rest of the day. Rules like this are so powerful in trading. So powerful. 1 out, yeah, DB. Crazy stats. Crazy stats. And then a few other cool stats is over 10,000 traders. Most people who end up losing over 90% of their equity do it within 1 hour, which is insane. Most people who profit, their average risk to reward is under 1 to 1.5, and their average win rate is 50%. So when people say, "Oh yeah, like what's for example a question which I guess get asked all the time is what's your win rate?" And that it's like a meaningless stat. And yeah, the average profitable trader has about a 50% win rate, and the average risk to reward is just under 1 to 1.5, which is really crazy, like really crazy. And that says to me, okay, people are taking partials early on, and then they're letting the trade run. Sometimes they run 1 to 2, 1 to 3, 1 to 4, 1 to 10. But most of the time they're taking partials, getting that stop loss to break even, and going at it like that. And they're just focusing on when their edge proves worthy. And yeah, I think some crazy, crazy stats. What's that, ColezTrades? I can't see your previous message. ICT is shit. I agree with that. My win rate is 44% and my risk to reward is 1 to 2.1. Yeah, Ronan, really nice. Like, really nice. You don't need a crazy win rate. I think a win rate between like 40 and sort of 65%, that's like a good range. And then a risk to reward between 1 to 1.5 and 1 to 2.5 is like, this is just, I mean, when you stack them together, it doesn't really matter because the higher the win rate, the lower the risk to reward, so it's the same expected value. However, just from what I've seen with profitable traders across the board, is they have between that 45 and 65% win rate. The average risk to reward is between 1 to 1.5 and 1 to 2.5. In that range. Obviously there's outliers who have like, I mean, there's some people in the group who have like a 20% win rate, but they just hold out for like 1 to 10 plus risk to reward trades, and some of them do very, very well. And there's other people in the group who have like an 80% win rate with like a 1-to-1 risk to reward, and that is like, they do insanely well. And there's every single type of trader in between, but just across the board, those are like averages which I've seen. So yeah. Yeah, Alex, exactly. That there's loads of examples of that being the case. 100%. Yeah, Julie, the free version is absolutely fine, Julie, 100%. By the way, guys, if you do enjoy the live, double tapping the screen and liking the live does help spread out and everything. What's that? 666777. What do you mean? Oh, I didn't even realise. That is, oh my. Hope you're, I'm good, Carl. I'm good. How are you, mate? Yeah, Katie, and then there's a few things which are cooking. So we've got the volume video, the Craig indicator video. We've got some updates in the educator chat. We've got interviews with members actually in their house who have gone full time. All of this is happening within the next few days, which is really, really cool. We've actually got a crazy few days in the group. So definitely, yeah, everyone's going to love the next 3 days in the group. It's going to be really cool. So yeah. Yeah, Jordan, what was the question from like always? Okay, it was for Craig, all good. But yes, Jordan, we can definitely go into that. So let's whip on the session volume profile. So how I get points of control is you can get points of control from a few different areas. You can get a point of control from a fixed volume range profile, which is where you drag the range. So for example, I dragged this range from here to here, and this gave me this point of control, which is the red line here. But you can also get points of control, which are the most common, from session volume profile HD. Now to get this on your chart, you just go into indicators and type in session volume profile HD, and this will give you, if we go to, let me go to a clearer chart. There we go. So this will give you a session volume profile across each day of price action. So we can see on Monday, this is the volume. On Tuesday, this is the volume. On Wednesday, this is the volume. And it gives you volume across each day, which is very good. And then, hello Hainsey, hope you're doing well. And then what we can get from that is we can get a few cool bits of information, but the most important one is the point of control of the previous day or the previous days. And now points of control are basically the highest volume node from each day. That's all it is. It's where the most volume was transacted each day. That's what it is. Let me know in the chat now if that makes sense. The point of control on a session volume profile is just the highest volume node of that day. Let me know if that makes sense, and then we'll continue into naked points of control from there. So yeah, but I hope everyone's doing well, and if you do have yeah, it's dropping hard now. Got to hand it to Craig and the others, very patient people, 100%, definitely. Should, yeah, Jordan. So after the day has finished, so for example, on Monday, when the day has finished and we're on to Tuesday, okay, this point of control is now naked, okay? So what we can do is from that day, we can put a line, and until that level is touched, let's make it accurate, until this level is touched, it is a naked point of control. And so if we come over here and we zoom in, we can see that this naked point of control, not the biggest reaction, but still it was reacting. This is just the first example. But you can see with confluence, this level is going to be strong. But you can use these a lot. Like let's do another example. So, so this one here, we can see we've got naked point of control. After this day finishes, this point of control of the day is naked until we come up and tag it here and get a nice reaction off it. And now they don't get a reaction all the time, but them naked point of control levels in confluence with anything else, like in confluence with a fib or in confluence with a daily open or in confluence with anything like that, can be really, really nice. We're dropping hard now. We're going to be able to mark up some seriously nice levels tonight, which is going to be really good. Looking forward to the markup tonight. There we go. Let's remove these. Perfect. Some yeah. Gold looks good for some markups. Craig full port in cell. Yeah, sounds like it. Full port Craig. Full port Craig. The Craig fluence is strong. Fabio. Is he a scalper, Johnny? Yeah, Narash. Yeah, exactly. Because once it's been hit, it's not naked. So yeah. Yeah, Nick, it's... I'll show you here. Oh God, he's messaged me loads. Wait, there... Here, I got a message this morning saying the last part of the chart was frozen, unfortunately. So what I'm going to do, literally the last 30 seconds of the video. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just redo the chart part of it. And the fortunate thing about it, but the visuals on the video and basically the way I've explained it with the help of some cool animations make it like there has not been, and I doubt you will find, a more comprehensive video on volume and volume profiles on YouTube than this video. So yeah, it's gonna be a really good one. And again, I mentioned it earlier, but gonna look to release the Craig indicator video, the 2 interviews. So basically, I had a film crew go to I think 3 members. How many did I have? 3 members' houses who have recently gone full-time from the group, and they did like an interview actually in their house, which is really, really cool. So I'll be releasing those, and then the volume video as well. There's going to be some updates in the educator section, and then some cool things with C-Dog as well, which have been cooking for the past month, which is really nice. And then also I teased something before. I don't know if a lot of you clocked onto it, but I can show you a little bit here. Something I've been working on in the background. There we go. Here, let me show you guys. I'm going to give you a little tiny sneak peek at something which has been going on, which is really cool. Let me scroll down. What should I show? There we go. Okay, let me do this. Let me move. So we've got a little, I don't know if you can see this. So we've got, basically it's cool. I don't know if you could see that, but like funding analysis, central banks, market sentiment and risk flow, retail positioning, COT reports, seasonal patterns, etc, etc, etc. So that should be something which is happening shortly as well. So I hope everyone's looking forward to that. Let me just go back. So we got a few things cooking. Few things definitely cooking. Craig's journal, yeah, as well, loads of things, and then Jay as well. I did message Jay and Brandon, actually, some extremely detailed message I got before the live, which is really, really, really cool. So yeah, a lot of things cooking, but that's been a work in progress as well. And there's a bunch of things which have been a work in progress, but that should be cool as well. Look forward to getting that out to members. Not on earnings, like Naresh, I would never recommend straight on any form of news or big announcements, just because there's such volatility in the markets. Then it's very, very, very difficult. I do recommend, maybe not recommend, but you can utilize that in your trading after it's sort of come out for bias. So yeah. Oh wow. Okay, Craig. Craig's cooking on cooking. Thinking about supply and demand. I don't. Well, I guess everyone uses supply and demand to some extent, but I don't trade like normal supply and demand. I think supply and demand is a good system, and you can definitely adopt it in your trading and do very well off it. I 100% think that'll be good. Yeah, definitely, Craig. Definitely. Which one, Epsy? There's I use a few. Which lines are you on about? It was so weird. I took an insane trades on my funded and live account, and then as soon as I took the trades on my funded, hit stop loss instant. Oh, that's unfortunate. Oh, it's good, but it's also annoying, but still good. Exhausted me today, so I'll catch you next live. Craig, let me know when you want to hop on a corporate ski. Sounds good, Louis. Sounds good, mate. Take care, and definitely, trading is tiring. It's mentally exhausting. 100%. 100%. Believe me, 100% agree with that. Okay, let's start marking some stuff up. I'm gonna switch to this. Let's zoom out a little bit. There we go. Okay, nice, Jordan. So first off, I'm just gonna zoom out a little bit. By the way, this was a trade which was given in the private group a while ago. I didn't hold too much onto this one, but that was nice. Okay, let's zoom out like quite considerably. Then let's mark up this volume profile across here. See what we can sort of come up with. We can see we've got kind of two boxes here. We've got like this box and we've got this box. And so if we fall into this box again, we can anticipate that the levels from this area will be will become prominent again. And so this area is definitely something to watch out for. But it's interesting how these look. And so that's definitely something to factor in. But let's just start marking up on a bit of a higher time frame and move inward. By the way, crazy trend line there. Okay, let's move this up. Not really much lining up there. Okay, we do have a 0.786 value area low, but I don't like the fact that there is an exact low there as well. I don't really like trading off like higher time frame, previous lows, previous highs. I don't really like that. So that's kind of not making me too confident in that. We'll see if anything else sort of lines up there. If we've got any sort of naked points of control. Not really. Maybe some daily opens there. We do have this previous daily open there. Nothing really standing out immensely. Let's see what else we've got here. We do have this 0.786 previous daily open there. Let's see if we've got a naked point of control on that level as well. No, we do not. It's something I still want to keep an eye on though. What we can do is we can pull a fib from this low here to this high and see what else we can sort of come up with. Okay, this looks good. Again, now I'm just marking up levels, come up with areas where I think price will look to bounce. So here we've got a previous daily open plus 0.786 plus 0.886. Pretty sure it's quite an important. What level is that? Okay, that's not crazy. Perfect. Okay, that looks good. Okay, I'm going to get rid of daily opens now. I'm going to mark the visible fixed volume range profile across this range here. See what we can find. We do have a value area low here. Previous range value area low. Let's see if this lines up with anything. Not really. Okay, we do have a 0.886 there. Let's see if anything else lines up there. Maybe a 0.382 would be nice. This is higher time frame 0.382, so I'm completely all right with. Okay, 0.5 does line up perfectly there as well. Okay, let's get this marked up. So 0.5 plus I think it was 786 plus prev value area low. Let's mark this up. Also, we've got the psychological level of 4900, which does look pretty good. These levels will be green. They are buy positions, which I'll be looking for. So I'm just going to change these to green now. But let me know if you've got any questions regarding these levels. Jay, why do I look back to the chat and see that comment? This guy, man. Okay, there we go. Perfect. Okay, that's good. No, Sloy, I don't really look at order blocks or breaker blocks, no, mate. I don't really. I mean, I see SMC stuff can work, but I'm just personally not a fan. I prefer daily opens, volume levels, fibs. I prefer levels like this. I've never traded with any SMC, ICT, anything like that. So yeah, I'm not personally a fan. That's what Jay, man. But yeah, how's everyone doing anyway? How has everyone's days been? By the way, this does look like this could be a big move, which a lot of people aren't expecting. By the way, something which is really interesting to see is last week and the previous 2 weeks, everyone all over social media has been saying about gold booming. It's been like people have kind of said, oh yeah, there's a war in the Middle East, gold must go up. I posted a message twice in the private group saying, look, this is completely false. This isn't how markets work. If you're getting in because of a headline, that's wrong. And so just because there's a war in the Middle East, that's not how things work. That isn't just going to automatically mean gold go up. That's not at all. And so a lot of people have been trying to get into buy positions, and just full porting buy positions because war equals gold go up, which isn't the case. Isn't directly the case. And so a lot of people have got really ruined, and I think will continue to get ruined as price continues to retrace, because again, that's not how things work. You shouldn't be getting in because of some sort of a headline. I think it's important to know what's going on, but not. And this is looking like a bit of a bear flag is the reason I mentioned that. So has it, Chris? I hope you've had a good week anyway, mate. There we go. Let me pull this across here. It's not as smooth as I'd like. You know what we can do? We're just going to mark it like this. There we go. Yeah, a bit of a channel forming here. Yeah. Those people have been my liquidity over the past week. Yeah, Craig, it's very, very true. I saw it. Quite a few members messaged me about it because they were like, "Yo, Max, like I'm constantly seeing videos of people saying just buy on market open, just buy on market open. Like, should I buy on market open?" I'm like, no, no. And a lot of people who did buy on market open, so many people will have full ported buys on market open this past Sunday and will have just blown their accounts because gold has dropped. And yeah, and that's why I put the message in before market opened on Sunday, saying like, please don't do this. This is not how things work. And so yeah, and also, wouldn't it be if you were a large institution? This is not how it works really, but like kinda. If you're a big institution and you've been holding gold buys for however long, okay, and yeah, you've been holding gold buys for ages, and you want to exit that gold position. You know, everyone was fearful that Trump would cut interest rates, and therefore inflation would take over. Good for the economy in the short term, but inflation takes over long term. Everyone's fearful of that, and then what happens? Gold absolutely booms through the roof, and then Trump actually brings a new Fed chairman into place who's predominantly against cutting interest rates, and so they want to get out of those positions, and then a war takes place where a lot of retail traders are going to get into the position, into gold buys because of all the headlines. Isn't that a great exit liquidity event for you to exit those very large gold positions? Makes sense to me. So while everyone's buying, it'd be interesting to check out the COT report for the past week or so, because I think that would be a telling story. COT report stands for Commitment of Traders Report. It's something really interesting to look into. Basically shows retail versus commercial investors, but it would be interesting to see that because I do think a lot of larger investors will be exiting now as the retail are flowing in because of the massive headlines. So yeah. Nice, Jay. Really nice. Broke 4.5k in 3 days. We're eating good at 4k. My funders love that, Jay. And we got some big plans ahead, Jay. So I definitely, yeah, Jay's going to become a very household name, let's say. So it's going to be good. Jeff, stop listening to all them vids. I never know what's real. What did... I keep seeing videos saying the first 30 minutes tells you all you need to know for the day's trade. Yeah, Julie, they're just saying things. 99.99% of things you see online to do with trading is wrong, or like just manipulated. What you'll notice, something really interesting, and I encourage you to look out for this. You'll notice all of the systems and everything which people promote are easy and can be adapted for someone who works a normal job. I.e., when market opens, you do this. The first candle of London session, you do this. This system is completely mechanical. Why do they do that? They do that so it appeals to normal people, okay? That's not actually the system, if they're profitable, the system which they use, really. You know, so most of the systems are just, it's just not good. Not good. So yeah, I would definitely recommend ignoring everything you see on social media because no matter how... good it seems, 99% of it is completely garbage. If you want some more information on why retail trading systems which you see online are garbage, I'd heavily recommend taking a look at C.Og's section inside the Discord, or just drop him a message and he will happily go into detail on why all of those things you see all over socials are crap. So yeah, still got your autograph as well. The man hug at the medium Jay. That's brilliant. How'd you get so intelligent at 23? I appreciate that. I'm definitely nowhere near as intelligent as other people. 100%. There's always bigger fish, but I think just dedication. Yeah, I mean all I do every day and all I've done for years is just trade. Like not actively trade, but research trading, talk about trading, learn trading, and now teach trading, and so yeah, it's good. It's good. He's scary for his age, isn't he? I appreciate that, Lady H. I appreciate that. Hello, Greg. By the way, Greg, I did see your message just before the live, by the way. I'll be getting to that ASAP, mate. And I'll explain a few things which have happened recently as well, mate. But I hope you're doing well, Greg. And Greg is an absolute beast in the group. I know everyone appreciates Greg. Greg's like I don't know, he's like a silent killer in the group. Greg's an absolute beast and one of the nicest people I have had the pleasure of speaking to. He is super respectful, which I really do value, and just very, very nice guy. So whenever Greg pops up, I always make sure to mention how much of an absolute legend he is. So yeah, trading takes over your life. It does, Jordan. But it's interesting, and I did mention this to a member earlier. He's at the point where he's like slightly profitable, like he's making consistent money, but he just wants to push it to that next thing. And I said to him, like I said, look, mate, before we go on, you are at such a good point where you're making a bit of money. Okay, you're not losing money. You're not worried about losing money because you've got your risk management locked in. You've got your system kind of put together. You're at such a nice point where you can start to enjoy trading. Like really, you don't have that risk of like losing a lot of capital. Really, like it's a really good position to be in. And that getting to that position, you don't have to overcomplicate things to get to that position. A lot of people try and just jump straight to making a huge amount of money, when in reality, just getting to that break-even point where you can, relax a bit, not worry about burning through your capital, that's such a nice point to be at. It's really nice. And then you can start to really improve your knowledge. And something also, which I know Craig agrees with, is there's so much to learn in the trading space, and you can, go ahead and learn all of these different things and take it on board, but it doesn't mean you need to use it. Okay, I think it's good to have a good breadth of knowledge and learn about various different things, but it doesn't mean you have to add all of it to your system. Keeping things simple is still really nice, and it's really efficient. It's good to learn. It's good to absorb knowledge, but not, developing analysis paralysis and getting so much analysis and using so many things on your charts. Like, there's a few members who I know I've spoke to recently, and they're using SMC here, they're using volume here, they're using this here, they're using this indicator here, they're using this here, this here, this here. And it may seem good, but in actuality, clearing off, you'll find that a lot of it you don't even use. So clearing it off and just keeping things simple, it's the effective and I think the best way to go, in my opinion. Yeah, Blakey, I did see. They were amazing. Amazing. I've learned quite a lot of things in my life, but I've never been more determined to do something like trading. Hate working, knowing I could be focused on trading. 100% Jordan. And then something which is like, I really like to push, obviously, because it looks good for the group, but also the fact that inside the group, we have had people who, no matter who you are, man, woman, young, old, whoever, we have, sorry, not old, mature. We've had someone who is exactly very similar to you who has gone full-time in trading now. Like, we can say that, which is really a really cool thing to do. And so, yeah, like if they can do it, someone in a very similar situation to you, inside the community that you are a part of, has gone full-time in trading. Like, if they can do it, you can 100% do it. And that determination, Jordan, is what gets you there. 100%. You just love making me embarrassed in front of everyone. I just imagine Greg blushing there. He's just blushing, like blinking his eyelashes. Going from your style to supply and demand to support and resistance to orb trading, sticking to the best now. Nice, Jordan. Yeah. I mean, again, a lot of the things which I hear, and Jordan, I completely resonate with that. And this is why I think like, sometimes I can give a good explanation on things, is because the exact thought process that you are going through, I've been through it. I guarantee you have never met someone in your life who has jumped through more systems than me. Okay, and this is why, normally when you bring up a system or you bring up some sort of indicator, normally I can give a good insight on it because I've tried it. I tried everything. And I mean everything, okay? There isn't a thing out there. I'd put some money on it that I haven't really tried. So yeah, I know how that feels. It's a pain, but it's finding something which works, like that makes sense to you, and sticking to that's the way to go, man. It's the way to go. I just want loads of money to go on holidays. Leanne, that's a good goal to have. That's a good goal to have. If my ADHD brain can do trading, then there's nothing stopping anyone else from succeeding. 100%, Craig. 100%. Caught a nice 17-hour trade today off the pivot point, only risk minimal amount. I was lost 1k last week, but the one trade brought me right back. Nice, Blakey. Really nice, mate. Absolutely amazing. 17-hour, that's a big trade, man. Very, very nice. Very nice. Been speaking to Craig today and had a bit of a moment with myself to sort my shit out and will be profitable. 100%, Jordan. Let's make it happen, Jordan. Let's make it happen. Okay, everyone on this live, take a note of Jordan. Take a note of what he's saying there. And, you know, definitely join lives in the future and you'll see Jordan progressing and progressing and progressing. And then there'll be that day where Jordan hops on the live and he's like, yo, guys, got something to share. And then for hopefully full time. Los Blancos. I love that. I love that. The reason I don't is you've answered it in the brackets. Sometimes they look really good. And sometimes you can, if you cherry pick examples, order blocks can be like beautiful and they can look really good and you can make them seem really good. But in reality, like figuring out which order blocks are gonna work and which ones aren't, you've got to do that for a lot of systems, figuring out which levels are going to be strong and which ones aren't. But for order blocks, it just wasn't really fitting there, and the good order blocks that I'd mark up would already be levels which I already had. So it's like the order block didn't really add anything to my system. It just added extra levels that I wouldn't use, but that would get in my mind a little bit. And so the good order blocks I found were lining up with levels that I already had marked up through value area lows, value area highs, naked points control, fibs, dailies, this, that, and the other. And so, yeah, that's basically why. Misunderstood. Between 60 and 70%, depending on what account. On my youth-funded account, it's 63 or 65%, something like this. But yeah. But again, what percentage of your trades are profitable? It doesn't matter. What matters is your R at the end of the week, your R at the end of the month, your expected value in your system, etc., etc., etc. Those are the stats which actually matter. You can have a 99.9% win rate and still lose money. You can have a 1% win rate and still make money. That's how it works. Positive. Yeah, Julie. And to be fair, something which is interesting. I used to think that even now, like manifesting and stuff like this, I used to think, what the hell, like, what are these people talking about? That's not how things work. But I've realised now that having a good mindset, and I've spoken, there's a few members, I remember I spoke to a member yesterday, I won't say who it is, but he was going through a bit of a situation with his missus, and he's got 4 kids, really nice guy, but he was saying like, whenever like I look for a trade, I'm always picking the bad ones, like I pick the bad ones, this, that, and the other, and I'm like, no, if you say to yourself that you're picking the bad ones, then you'll pick the bad ones. Like, you need to just have like unbelievable confidence, and it will just, you'll say yes to opportunity. You'll subconsciously say yes to opportunities, and you'll subconsciously take better trades if you're saying to yourself, like, I'm the best thing since sliced bread, in a non-cocky, non-egotistical way. I've seen a lot of people, more people than I thought, be ruined by ego. Ego is a nasty piece of work. It's very difficult to maintain. I definitely see a lot of people when they start doing over a certain amount of money per month, ego takes over, and I didn't realize how bad of a problem that actually is in the world. Misunderstood. So 95% of my time at the charts is marking up levels and looking for trades. Only 5% of the time is actually executing. I mark up levels that I'm looking to trade. When price comes to those levels, I look to take the trade. So I've got these 2 levels here, which do look particularly nice. When we come down to these levels, I'll look to take the trades from them. I'll look for confirmations and I'll take the trades. I'm not entering trades all day. That doesn't scream profitability at all. I wait for my setups. I take the trades. I enter with confidence. I use proper risk management, and I profit over time. 100% DB, 100%. Pivots, yeah, they definitely Craig's love language. Pivots and trading journals, they get to Craig, 100%. Ola, so this is gold, so XAU USD, mate. Nice. I feel like Craig, we've got like a pivot army. It's great. I love when Craig is cooking stuff up because it's always super high quality and everyone gets behind it. It's really cool. Yeah, Clint, I'm getting there. I'm getting there. I don't know how long I'll be back in the UK, so we'll see. When I'm rich from trading, I will still be in primary. No ego here. 100% Leanne. 100%. I think that's super important, and you can tell. Like you can really tell. Perfect example, Craig. Like Craig doesn't have a big ego. Like it's super down to earth. Like just normal. Like just super nice guy. And that really does speak volumes to his knowledge and experience in the markets, and then in the broader world as well. I think that is a really telling sign. DJ Corky, you have to. Yeah, I'm gonna say you have to. If you want tax stuff, then I'd recommend speaking to an accountant or a tax specialist to do with trading. I will not give accounting advice. Craig. Alan. Are you sure that's not Lady H, Alan? How many reversals from a golden pocket would it take for you to see it as strong? That might be worded completely wrong, but I don't know how to word it. How many reversals? So I only look for like the first bounce off a golden pocket, Taylor. So I only look to get in again off the first bounce, because the second bounce. I went over this with a member today actually as well. So if we think of levels, what are levels really? Like whatever level you're looking at. Whether it's supply, demand, trend line, volume level, a pivot level, whatever it may be, what it is orders. There's more buy orders than sell orders, pushing price up. Or for a sell level, there's more sellers than buyers pushing price down. That's all it is. It comes down to orders, okay? And so if we hit a level, then chances are that's going to absorb some of the orders at that level. So therefore, when we come back up to that level, there's going to be less orders. So therefore, it's less reliable of a level to take. That doesn't mean a level can't have multiple bounces, but it just means each bounce after that initial bounce is likely to be weaker because we've absorbed a lot of the orders at those levels. Pivot app. That sounds class. With you and the team, I would suggest and speak to the team. Yeah, Nathan. So I'd recommend. Nathan, if you drop me a message on the Telegram, I can get you a call. We'll get you a call booked in with Adam, with Jay. I am doing one-to-one calls right now with members from the challenge that we did. It's something that I'm looking to continue. I've been doing near enough a one-to-one call with a member every single day. It's sometimes it's difficult to get in, but I have been keeping that up. So doing at least one. The past few days though, I've been doing 2 to 3 one-to-one calls. So after I've finished those who got a call from the challenge, that was something I'll look to do each day as well. And so I'll just hop on a call. Like you can just like book in a call or something. We'll hop on it and we'll just go through things. And yeah, again, I can't do loads, but I'll look to do 1 to 2 a day. I really enjoy catching up with everyone's progress as well, and I enjoy the more personal conversations as well. It's really nice to see everyone. I had some wonderful calls today. Like it's inspiring and motivating to make the group as best as possible as well. Speaking to everyone, 100%. Craig, oh no, he's cooking. You've started. Who recommended? Who said pivot app? Whose idea was that? They're banned. Was that DB? DB's image makes me laugh, man. Not the pivot app. But yeah, Nathan, that'll be cool as well. And Adam and Jay are absolute quality as well. And they both trade quite similarly to me. Adam trades like very similarly to me. Jay's got a bit of spice in there, and he'll definitely be able to give a couple of unique angles as well, which is good. No, the pivot app. Oh no. Should be good, should be good. Anyway, guys, we'll finish up the live there. I do appreciate everyone tuning in. Hope everyone had an amazing day. Hope you had a great day at the charts. And we'll just finish up that poll there as well. So it seems like more people thought it was good than bad, which is always good to see. But yeah, hope everyone had an amazing day at the charts. If you're not already involved in the private group, I do recommend the private group is linked on the YouTube description. In there, you get signals of the exact trades being taken. You get analysis, courses, full access to the community, free one-to-one calls, 24/7 support, etc., etc., etc. The benefits are limitless, and I do believe we are running the best trading group in the space right now, and it's only going to get better. We are optimizing and improving every single day, every single week, every single month. And yeah, every month the group looks completely different because we are optimizing and improving as much as we can, and your feedback is definitely always welcome as well. So yeah. Anyway, guys, take care. See you all in a bit. See you in a bit, Chris. See you in a bit, Gaz. See you in a bit, Jordan, Hainsey, DZ, DB. See you in a bit, Craig. See you in a bit, Chris, Julie, DJ Corky, Alan, Lady H if you're there. See you in a bit. See you in a bit, Katie, Clint, Leanne, Dylan, Craig, Zach, Taylor. Who else have we had? Masak. See you in a bit, guys. Take care.